then it would be false to say that there is no truth. Right? So either way, truth by definition is exclusive. So if it's true that Christ is the only way, all the other world faiths are not true. You can have truths within a religion. Say, for example, Islam says there's a moon. Well, that would be true, right? But it's not salvifically true, salvation-wise. All right, moving on. Religious pluralism. Religious pluralism is exclusive. This is very important. How is it exclusive? Because it is excluding you. It excludes the exclusivists from its camp. Are you with me? If I were to say all of the world faiths are inclusive, and you go, what about Christianity? Well, except for Christianity. Wait a second. Well, you guys claim to have exclusive truth, so you're not welcome into the realm of pluralism. Well, wait a second. How could that be? So you're excluding me from your camp? Yeah. Well, then you're a pluralistic exclusivist. Do you see? It's unavoidable to not exclude. Because the moment you say X, Y, and Z is true, whatever contradicts that is true. Now let's do another thing. So he says all major world faiths are salvific, right? Number one, religious pluralism is contradictory because it excludes the exclusivists. It's not so inclusive and pluralistic as it claims to be. All world faiths are exclusive. They all claim to be the way. It's not just Christianity that says, I'm the way, the truth, and life. Talk to a Muslim. Hey, is Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity true? If he knows what time it is, he's going to say no. Every religion, except for one phrase that I remember reading in the Bhagavad Gita, Hinduism, it says, I think it was Hinduism, yeah, in various ways men seek me. Okay, well, that doesn't mean it's salvific, does it? It's just in various ways men. I can say there's a way that seems right unto man, right? But it results in death. That's the scripture. It doesn't mean it's salvific. That comes from the Bible. So all of the religious, all the world faiths are exclusive. They claim this about God, this about salvation, this about sin. Do you think they believe that you are correct at the same time? So 3, John Hick is really taking every single religion, throwing them under the bus. But he calls himself a religious pluralist. There were witches and priests, pastors, professors at Chapman University. And they walked up to John Hick like he was the greatest thing since Swiss cheese. They called him the greatest theologian of the 21st century. First, he wasn't a theologian, he was a philosopher. Churches of England will have him speak. He died in the middle of my thesis a couple years back, which was a bummer because I wanted him to refute it. But churches of England, as liberal as they are, many of them, would have him give a case against the resurrection on Easter. After he spoke at Chapman University, it used to be a Christian school, right? Somewhat. After he spoke, it didn't take a long time, less than, I think, 2 years. Papers come out, Chapman says, we are no longer a Christian university, and the very room that he spoke in, they named it All Faiths Chapel. Tell me ideas do not matter. That's the kind of a dent he made. So I was upset since that talk, and I go, I got to learn, and really take this guy to town. He just thinks that he died, in the middle of it. I guess he would have hoped to change his mind, but probably couldn't. He's set in his way. All right, now, 4th. Do you understand the problems here right now that we're doing? He engages in otherness. He says God is unknowable, right? Remember noumena and phenomena? This is probably one of the strongest points in addition to religious pluralism being exclusive. All of the world faiths being exclusive. John Hick's pluralism is, of course, also exclusive. But 4, remember he uses the term noumena and phenomena. Noumena is God is holy otherness. You can't know him. They call it differently. They call it Blessed Trinity, Agni. They call him Allah, Mitra, whatever. Phenomena was man's mythical interpretation about the noumena. Remember that? Isn't John Hick's entire religious pluralism no more than his mythical interpretation about the noumena, isn't it? Why should we follow him? He set up the criteria where if all of God talk and theology, or philosophical theology, comes down to man mythically, erroneously, talking about the divine because the divine has not revealed himself, we got some problems. Religious pluralism and John Hick's entire enterprise would be his mythical interpretation, his phenomena about the real, ultimate reality or noumena. Did you get that point? Yeah? It's self-refuting. So when we run around and say, hey, Christianity is true, remember, all of the world faiths say the same thing. Here's the village pluralist, and I'll end on this point. Someone says, all religions are true. Ask them, does that include Christianity? This is like Starbucks apologetics. Well, of course, it's one of the true religions. It's a religion. Last time I checked. All right. So all religions are true, right? Would that include Christianity? Yeah, no problem. Well, we have a problem. No, we don't. Yeah. Christianity says all the others are false. But you said all of them are true. So if all religions are true, that would include Christianity. Yeah. But it says the others are false. You can't have it both ways. So which is it? It would really be like this. All religions are true. Christianity is a religion. Therefore, Christianity is true. If he's correct. Something flawed in that argument, though. But if all religions are true, and that includes Christianity, Christianity says the others are false, just like all the others say the others are false. Because they make exclusive claims to truth. You can't have it both ways. It's just this surface knowledge. We take one class of theology, one of philosophy, just surface knowledge, you know what I mean? Don't get any roots, and it just sounds good. You have little 2-minute conversations, and they can't go any further. That's why I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. How's work? How's this? First of all, you don't care. Number 2, let's not talk about work while we're sitting here. It's just, like a mantra. My body, my choice, my body, my choice. Meditate on the I and the not I. You don't care. And so I leave early. I go home. I'd rather watch the X-Files. All right. Final thing, and I'll let you go. I was late, right? Trying to find this room. We still have 1 minute left. The village pluralism, the stuff that you hear on the street. Maybe you've heard that, you've seen that popular pluralistic painting. There's a big elephant, and there's a gang of people, maybe 10 men, and they're all blindfolded, and they're feeling this elephant. And one blindfolded man is feeling, the leg of the elephant, and he says, God is like a pillar, right? God is a pillar. And you got one guy feeling the air, right? God is a big air, right? You got Hinduism, you got Confucianism, and then you got a Christian feeling, the trunk. God is like a trunk, right? And so the beautiful picture is, of course, see, it's all God. We're just, we got the elephant here. I can't draw, right? But there's the elephant, or here's the mountain. We're just climbing up on different paths. Eventually, we'll all get home. Same thing here. It's all God. But we're blind when it comes to religion. What's the problem with that? Let's put that in a syllogism, and we'll call it a day. You know what a syllogism is? Standard form argument, right? Premise number 1, all men are mortal. 2, Socrates was a man. 3, therefore Socrates is mortal. Okay. Let's put the elephant into a syllogism. All of man is blind when it comes to religion. The artist who drew the elephant and the blind men is also blind. Therefore, the artist is blind. So when you see such an elitist, and you normally see that on the first page of the psychology book, you won't see it in philosophy. It's like, what does this have to do with anything? I did my AA over at Cypress College years ago. I'm in a psychology class. I looked at it, I see the elephant blindfolded, it says, true depiction of religion. I raised my hand up and go, is this theology class? No? Why are you guys pushing pluralism on page 1? We're about to read Freud. Why? So you understand, if you were to say, all of man is just blind when it comes to religion, we just experience different parts of the elephant, but it's all divine, Well, who gave the artist the audacity to say that all of man is blind? Because it would also make the artist blind. It's sort of like the artist saying, I figured it all out. Everyone's blind when it comes to religion except for me. That's what's going on. So if all of man is blind when it comes to religious truth, then so is the artist. Why he, her, or him? Right? All right. Any questions? You have less than 1 second. Did we do good? Did you follow this? All right? There's a lot more we could say, but maybe some other time. God bless you guys. Keep up the good work.